Assalamu alaikum and hello there. In this session, I'm going to explain variables in Java. Variables are container for storing data values, and there are different types of variable in Java. For example, integer, float, or sometimes we call it double, and character, string, and boolean. Okay, here I will show you example for each of these types. Yeah, for example, integer is store integer or the whole number without decimal. Example for integer like say 3, 5 or 6, 8 and so on. This is all our integer number. Okay, for float or double, this is store floating point number with decimal like 3.5. This is a floating number, or 6.2, or another example is suppose that say minus 9.2. This is example for floating numbers. Okay, the character is store a single character such as, for example, small letter or capital letter Z. And normally character in Java values are surrounded by single quotes. So in Java you declare character, for example, and this character, the value is surrounded by a single quote like this: small letter A. This is the one example for one character, or capital letter Z is another example for character. Okay, so the character is surrounded by single quote because we have a string. Is a sequence of letters. String actually is surrounded by double quote. For example, for the string here, string we could have string any text, store text such as, for example, hello. This is a string, and for example another string like computer programming. Okay, programming. Okay, but string must be, for example, surrounded by double quote. So this is string. Okay, hello is a string, represent a string because it's surrounded by double quote, and computer programming also is another example for a string and surrounded by double quote. Okay, the last one is boolean. Boolean store values with two state, either true or false. Right, this is the example. Like suppose that I say 10 greater than 5, so the answer here is false. Right, so this is the example for the boolean, or 5 less than 2 and so on. Different example for them. Okay, and this is here we have our program, our code here start from class name here, var is refer to the variables. You could give any name. Okay, now let us create a variables, and the variable, as we mentioned, must specify the type of, when you create a variable, you must specify the type of the variable. Right, for example, suppose that I create the variable x, and what is the type of this x? Because you have 5 different types. So suppose that x, the type of x is integers. Okay, and I want to assign or store the value, suppose that 5 in this variable. Okay, now this is a Java statement. Here is the type, variable type. This is our variable name, and this is the value that will be stored in this variable. Okay, if I run these programs, right, program is completed, operation completed, but no output. Why? Because for the output we have the output statement, which is system dot out dot print line. Right, this is our output statement, and end with semicolon. So here I want to display the value stored in the variable. What is the variable name? The variable name is x. So I just type x here inside the parentheses, then run. Okay, then the value appear here. Okay, suppose that I have another variable integer, for example y equal 2. Okay, right. So this variable also I can print out the value here, copy paste, for example, and the variable name is y. Then if I just run, you see now 2, 5 and 2, this is the output. Okay, and Java also allow us to combine text and variable. Text as a string, right? For example, here to combine text and string, we should have, for example, use this plus operator. Okay, this plus operator. For example, I want to combine x with the another text. For example, say this is the value x. I want to combine, this is our text. I say, for example, the value of, for example, x equal. Okay, now I have text and I have variables here, right? So I want to combine these two, because if I just run this, the compiler will give me an error, right? See now there is error here because I have text or a string and you have variables without any concatenation, any combination. So how to combine text with the text, variable with the text or a string? Then you use the plus operator. You see, just now I add plus. Okay, now I combine this text with this variable. If I just run, right, then see now the value of x equal what? Equal 5. 5 is the value of the variable x. The same thing can apply also to the y. Here I just copy and this is the y, and if I just run, so it will give me the value of, for example here just change it to y, the value of, run again, you see now the value of y equal 2, and so on. So this is how to create a variable in Java and how to display the result